Take a deep breath and lean in, because this one is from the heart. If you've ever smiled at a line from a movie, felt brave because of a hero on screen, or cried when the credits roll, this video is for you. Please watch till the end, because the last memory will leave you with a gentle kind of hope. Today we remember the faces and voices that still live with us even though they are gone. In this tribute we honor Chadwick Boseman, Kelly Preston, Irfan Khan, Sean Connery, Naya Rivera, Jeremy Bullock, David Prowse, and Jerry Stiller, each one a light in their own way, each one missed by millions. Their stories are more than headlines. They are reminders of courage, love, hard work, and the strange magic that happens when a person gives their whole self to a role. Stay with me as we walk through their lives, because every moment tells us something about how to live our own. We begin with Chadwick Boseman, a man who wore a crown on screen and carried a heavy secret off screen. He played T'Challa, the Black Panther, a king who stood for strength and pride and the promise that greatness can look like you. He trained, he fought on camera, he spoke words that moved crowds, and all the while he was fighting a disease that would take most people off their feet. He chose silence about his illness, not because he was hiding, but because he wanted the work to shine brighter than the pain. Think about what that means. He did 42, he did Marshall, he did DA 5 Bloods, he did Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and he did them with grace. Kids saw him and stood taller. Parents saw him and felt safer letting their kids dream big. When he passed, it didn't feel like just losing a star. It felt like losing a sign of what we could be at our best. Even now, hearing Wakanda Forever is like hearing a promise. He kept giving until the very end, and that is why we still feel him with us. Kelly Preston had a different kind of glow, the kind that can walk into a scene and make it warmer without trying. You may remember her from Jerry Maguire or Twins, or maybe you picture her as the strong, flame-powered mom in Sky High. She brought humor and heart, the mix that makes a character feel like a friend. She fought breast cancer in private for 2 years, still working, still loving her family, still holding on to simple joys. That choice to keep it private tells you how strong she was. Her loss was a hard hit for fans and for the people closest to her, especially after other deep family heartbreaks. But look at what she left behind. Laughter that still makes people smile, scenes that still comfort people on tough days, and a quiet example of courage showing up, doing the work, and giving love even when life feels heavy. That is not just acting, that is living with purpose. Irfan Khan was the kind of actor who could say more with a look than most can say with a speech. He moved with ease between India and the rest of the world and made both feel close to each other. Think of The Lunchbox, small and tender, where tiny moments feel like whole lives. Think of Life of Pi, where wonder meets survival. Think of Slumdog Millionaire and Jurassic World, where he could hold a scene without shouting for it. He had a rare illness, and even as he fought it, he kept giving us work filled with depth and care. His passing felt like a quiet door closing, the kind you almost don't hear at first because your mind refuses to believe it. For many in India, it felt like losing a national treasure. For the rest of us, it felt like a wise friend stepping out of the room. When you watch his films now, the small things, his eyes, his timing, the way he leaves space for you to feel hit even deeper. He showed us that soft can be powerful, and that truth does not need to shout. Before there were modern spies leaping from rooftops, there was a man who said his name with a calm smile and made the whole world lean closer. Sean Connery was that man. He was the first face many people think of when they hear the word secret agent. He was smooth without trying, brave without bragging, but he was also more than Bond. He brought weight to roles in The Untouchables, made us laugh and cheer in Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade, and held the screen in The Rock with the cool of someone who knows exactly who he is. He lived a long life and left in peace, and yet his passing still felt like the end of a chapter for those who grew up with him. People don't only remember his lines, they remember how he carried himself. There was a kind of old school class there, the kind that never needs to explain itself. When we say we miss him, we miss that steady presence as much as we miss the roles. Naya Rivera gave a whole generation a voice when they needed it most. As Santana on Glee, she mixed fire and softness in a way that felt real. She could cut you with a joke and heal you with a song. For many young people finding their place in the world, she was a beacon, fierce, funny, and honest about where love and pain meet. The way she left us still breaks hearts. Out on the water with her little boy, she did the most motherly thing there. She saved him first. That single act tells you who she was. The days the world waited for news felt like years, and when the truth came, it felt like a deep, shared ache. But her work still sings. People play her songs and remember how her voice made them brave during hard times at school, at home, or inside their own head. She turned a TV role into shelter. That will always matter. Jeremy Bulloch stepped into a suit that hid his face and still made the world care. As Boba Fett, his lines were few, but his presence was loud. He taught us that a tilt of the helmet and a still stance can carry a whole story. For fans of the original space saga, he was part of what made that world feel real. He was also kind to the people who loved that world. He went to fan events, told stories, signed things, and made sure people felt seen. That matters. Not every actor understands that a character lives on in the people who carry it in their hearts. He did. Losing him felt like losing a piece of that galaxy we go back to when we need comfort. When you watch those scenes again, you'll see it. The way he moves, the way he waits, the way silence can be strong. David Prowse gave shape to a shadow that still chills rooms. He was the body inside the armor of a villain many people think is the greatest of all time. The voice was another man, but the power, the walk, the way the cape hangs, the way the head turns slowly, that was David. He was tall, strong, and skilled, and he knew how to use all of that to tell a story without words. Losing him, so close to losing Jeremy Bulloch, felt like the sky getting a little darker for fans who grew up with those films as a kind of home. He was also an athlete and a teacher to many, proof that strength can be gentle when it wants to be. When we say we miss him, we are also saying we miss the feeling of what he brought to the screen. He showed us that a person can fill a room before they even speak. Jerry Stiller did the opposite. He filled a room with words, timing, and a kind of happy chaos that made you laugh even when you tried not to. As Frank Costanza on Seinfeld and Arthur Spooner on The King of Queens, he took everyday frustration and turned it into joy. He would yell, then pause, then land a line so perfect you had to pause the show to laugh. He worked with his family, too, and that made it sweeter. To see a father and son both bright in their own way is a rare gift. He lived to a good old age, and yet the day he left, people cried as if a favorite uncle had moved away. His scenes still play on TV and online, and you can always tell when one is coming because the energy in the room rises. He gave us a lot of laughs, but he also gave us a picture of how to age with style. Keep showing up. Keep doing what you do best. Keep loving your people. Die now, because you asked for it clearly, and it matters for a tribute like this. Here is the list of the stars we honor today with a little snapshot of what they gave us. Kept simple and clear so it stays with you. Chadwick Boseman, a king on screen who fought a hard illness in silence while lifting millions to stand taller. Kelly Preston, a warm, bright spirit who made homespun love feel real and chose courage and privacy as she faced cancer. Irfan Khan, a master of quiet feeling who brought India and the world closer through his eyes and timing. Sean Connery, a calm, steady legend who set the gold standard for cool and then kept proving he could do more. Naya Rivera, a fierce and tender voice for young hearts who showed what it means to love with bravery. Jeremy Bulloch, the man behind a helmet who taught us how stillness can speak. David Prowse, the body of a great screen shadow who turned strength into story. And Jerry Stiller, the joyful storm who made our living rooms echo with laughter. Hold these names in your mind as we move to the close and think of the moments each one gave you. Please stay with me till the end, because there is one more quiet truth I want to leave with you. When we say we miss them, we are also saying we learned from them. We learn to try hard even when no one sees the fight. We learn to hold our families close, to laugh loud, to be gentle when we can, and strong when we must. We learn that a role can be more than lines and marks on the floor. It can be a hand reaching across time to someone sitting alone on the couch who needs a friend. That is the gift these actors gave us. And that gift does not end. It moves from them to us, and then from us to the next person we meet who needs a little light. If any moment in this tribute brought back a memory, tell me which one. If a line, a scene, or a song helped you through a hard day, share it below so others can feel it too. Your story keeps their story alive. And if you want more tributes like this, gentle, honest, and full of love, please like this video. Leave a comment with the name of the star you want us to honor next. And subscribe so you don't miss what comes next. Thank you for staying with me till the very end. The screen goes dark, but the light they left in us is still here.